Off we go from Denver. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. That this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Winters. Throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A give to Williams, running right. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Franks. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And able to find a little space, he gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Dante Hightower on the stop.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Second and 10. Working out of the gun, Franks. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
It's a big play there for the Broncos.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're scoreless after 1.
Hey. 4 down.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now Franks off the bootleg here. Completes it to Fant on the right side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9.
We got 4. Check 31.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Franks now. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
To throw on 2nd down. Winters forced out to his left.
He'll fire one deep for Westbrook.
It got his man complete. A big play there for the Raiders.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And he'll look downfield for Waller.
And this is caught.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Franks. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now Franks. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off the play fake. Winters, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Back to throw. Winters. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown Raiders. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
On second down, Franks again.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Raiders' 26-yard line.
Setting up play action. Franks.
He'll buy some time right. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Winters. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off play action. Winters. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Winters. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brian Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
24 is the mic.
Now it's the backup Stafford.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The pass there complete to Sutton. Able to slither by. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Denver.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
24 is the mic.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Play action. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Winters under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated...
Taking it right down Broadway, past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Now Stafford will come up, try to get his guys a 2-point conversion. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off play action. Winters. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Winters. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
That's caught by Waller out left side. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford. This is the tight end Fant.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
To throw is Stafford. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tim Patrick, 29 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winters. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st and 10, Winters eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
A throw on the money there to Doolin.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Williams. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now Stafford. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out